Hello friends, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about vector integration and two vector theorem based on this, that is Stokes theorem and divergence theorem. First of all, we can have three types of vector integrals, that is line integral, surface integral and volume integral. Okay, so what is a line integral? We have studied this force is a vector quantity, right? So force is a vector quantity. So if you draw a graph between force and displacement, right? So we can see the displacement along x-axis. Okay, x is the displacement. Now if you consider a variation force, okay, a varying force. So suppose you have a curve like this, okay, the graph representing like this. Now to get the complete net work done, what you get, see, you will consider small segment like this, okay, each having the length dx, okay, each segment. So you will divide a number of segment like this, right, from a point A. So you can consider this segment anywhere, okay. So this is the segment I considered, its width is dx, okay. So from A to B, then what is the expression for work done? Okay, work done is equal to force into displacement, okay, force into f dot dx, right, f dot dx. If you consider a small displacement, then you have to integrate this in between the limit a to b, okay. So this is actually the line integral means. And same application you can see if you calculate the potential in electrostatics. If you calculate the potential, it is the work done to move a charge, unit positive charge, from one point to another point, or from infinity to a particular point, okay, potential at a point, that is E dot dl, okay. This is also an example for line integral. So here electric field is a vector, here force is a vector, okay. So this means the line integration, okay, integrating over a path, okay. So the line integral is represented by v dot dr, represent the sum of scalar products v and dr at all segment. All segment means you have number of segment like this, okay, that is taken as line integral, okay. Now let us go to surface integral. What is a surface integral? See, suppose you have a surface like this, okay. So if you consider a small volume on this, a small surface area on this, and if you imagine a charge is located here, so an electric field that is passing out of this surface, through the out of the surface, okay. So what is this flux? Flux is how defined. Flux is equal to, flux is defined as integral E dot ds, okay, surface integral of E dot ds. So ds is the ds is a variable, okay, two dimensional variable. So if so electric field, so you can represent this as double integral, okay, or surface integral, okay, double integral E dot ds. So when you integrate, what you are taking, the variation of this field, through this entire surface, that is mean by this surface integral, okay. So this is actually the expression of the flux through a closed surface, okay. So by considering a small surface, you will integrate this to get the field through a entire surface. So here is the application of this surface integral. Now let us come to volume integral, right? What is volume integral? Okay, so here is volume integral, okay. So what is volume integral? volume integral means it is the triple integral. Like if you consider, suppose for example, what is volume charge density? In lower classes you have studied volume charge density. Suppose you have a volume here, okay, and it has a charge density, volume charge density a rho, okay. That means if you consider a small volume here, okay, small volume on the this cube, so charge density of that small volume is rho. So the entire volume is V, and its small volume having the area, it has the area dV, okay. Now we have studied this volume charge density is equal to, that is charge per volume, right? That is charge per volume, okay. So what is charge? So a small charge, if you consider a small, it has a small charge dq. If you consider a small elemental volume, that is dq is equal to rho dV, okay. So to find out this q, you have to integrate, that is triple integral, because dV is a function, dV is the function of dx dy dz, okay. Because we considered a cube, so it is described by three variable x, y and z, okay. So triple integral rho dV, okay. Okay, so this is the application of this volume integral, okay. Or if you integrate a vector field, right, so triple integral you can write as a dot dV, okay. So its application we are using in to mention about our Gauss divergence theorem and Stokes theorem, okay. So let us go to divergence theorem and Stokes theorem, okay. Here I have given the mathematical statement of Gauss divergence theorem, okay. So surface integral of a vector field, that is equal to volume integral of the divergence of the same field, okay. So that is representing the divergence theorem, okay. So we can have the mathematical proof for this, okay. So in the examination point of view, it is need not the proof, anyway I am going to derive this, okay. See, so divergence means, suppose you have a cube here, suppose you have a cube here. So this theorem states that I am considering a cube like this, okay, and suppose you have a small cube inside at the center, okay. Now this entire cube you can construct using the small cube that I have represented at the center, okay. This cubes having the dimension dx dy and its height is dz, and if I am considering this as x and this as y and this length as z, okay. Now see the divergence, suppose you have a point, if I am locating a vector field here, then its divergence I can represent like this, okay, its divergence, okay. So how can I represent its divergence? Triple integral, okay. So if I am calculating the right hand side of the divergence theorem, that is volume integral div f, if I am considering the field as f into, so volume, what is the volume of this small cube? That is dx dy dz, right? So this I can write as triple integral. If I am expanding this using del operator, I cap dou by dou x plus j cap dou by dou y plus k cap dou by dou z, and also I can write this f as I cap fx plus j cap fy plus k cap fz into this volume is dx dy dz, right? So this I can represent as volume integral. So that is equal to, see, I am multiplying this dot product I am going to take, then I can write this as volume integral. And what is the limit of this volume integral? So maximum value of so the bigger cube dimension is x, y and z. So 0 to x, 0 to y, 0 to z. Okay, that is equal to 0 to x, 0 to y, 0 to z. Okay, so x, y, z can take if you consider the cube along a at the origin. Okay, if you consider this small cube at the origin, then see, this is your y axis, this is your x axis, this is x axis. Okay, this is x axis and this is y axis and this is z axis. Then it can take maximum value 0 to x, 0 to y, 0 to z. So you need not consider at the center. I am considering at the corner for the purpose only. Okay, see, so the limit is 0 to x, 0 to y, 0 to z. Now if I am taking the dot product, that is dou fx by dou x plus dou fy by dou y, dou fz by dou z into dx dy dz. Now if I am multiplying this to here and integrating, so here the only variable is x, so 0 to x limit also. Okay, so by integrating this fx, what I get? Okay, in the with respect to this decrement dx. Okay, so I will get this as double integral 0 to y, 0 to z. With integrating 0 to x I am doing, so dou fx by dou x into dx is this is fx, integration on, you will get fx, and remaining is dy dz, right? Dy dz. And similarly the second term will be fy, and this is dz dx, right? So here the limit is 0 to x, 0 to z, right? 0 to x, 0 to z. And we have one more terms. Okay, that is I am going to write here integral, that is 0 to y, 0 to z, right? 0 to y, 0 to z, that is fz into dx dy. Okay, so this dy dz, this is the area dsx, and this is the area dsy, and this is the area dsz. Okay, so this I can write as, so fx dsx plus fy dsy plus fz dsz. This is actually what? This is equal to surface integral, closed surface integral f dot ds. Okay, f dot ds, here f is equal to fx I cap plus fy j cap plus fz k cap. Okay, and ds is equal to dsx I cap plus dsy j cap plus dsz k cap. Okay, so when you expand this, if you expand this, you will get the same. Okay, so this is the proof of Gauss divergence theorem. Okay, now let us go to the Stokes theorem. Okay, then in the next session we will have some more problems based on the previous lectures. Okay, so let us go to Stokes theorem. What is Stokes theorem? Stokes theorem states that, see, the line integral, closed integral along a loop, that is curved integral a dot dr, that is equal to surface integral of a vector field A, that is equal to surface integral of curl of the same vector. Okay, curl of the same vector. So the line integral of the vector field is equal to along a closed surface, that is equal to curl of the same vector field, surface integral of the curl of the same vector field. Okay, this is the mathematical expression of the Stokes theorem, and then let us go to the proof. Okay, see, to prove this I am considering a loop. Okay, a loop of length L. Okay, see, and this loop I am going to divide. So it has a force field in this direction, right? Suppose a charge is flowing in this direction. You can imagine anything that is flowing. Okay, see, now I am going to divide this loop into number of loops like this. Okay, so I am dividing like this, and I am considering a simple loop of length Lk, small Lk. Okay, now what is the line integral? Okay, what is the line integral according to Stokes theorem? Okay, according to Stokes theorem, for the big loop, right, A dot dl is equal to, that we want to find, that is equal to, we want to prove it is surface integral of the curl of the same vector field. Okay, so if I am considering this field as f, right, again I am considering the field as f, vector field as f. Now see, this complete closed integral. Okay, so for this big loop, that is equal to, I divided it into number of loop. Okay, I divided it into number of loop, so I can write as sigma. So if suppose I am divided it into n loops, so I can write as k is equal to 1 to n. Okay, and I can take this length of this small loop is Lk. Okay, that is so I can write surface integral, not surface integral, sigma, yes, surface integral of this length Lk. Okay, so small loop I am considering. Okay, you have to sum all the loops. Okay, so for the one loop, single loop, I can write sigma Lk A dot dl. Okay, now if I am dividing this with, so I can write this as, if I am dividing sigma is equal to k is equal to 1 to n, I am going to divide this term Lk A dot dl. Suppose this loop area is, suppose ds. Okay, this small loop area is ds. Okay, that is sigma Lk A dot dl by, I am dividing with ds. Okay, both numerator and numerator I am multiplying ds. Now what is this term represent? This term represent, what is this term represent? This term is, that is closed integral, line integral over area. This is actually representing the curl of this vector. Okay, curl of this vector, right? How it is curl of the vector? See, the circulation of a vector field, okay, through, so by unit area. Okay, circulation of vector per unit area, that represent curl. How this represent curl? See, this I am to know about this representing the curl, I am taking this small loop outside. Okay, so this is our small loop which I am considered. Okay, I have taken it out. Now if you consider a small stick here, okay, see, here the force field is in this direction, so it has a tendency to go, this stick has a tendency to go like this, and this here the force field is in the opposite direction, so it has a tendency to go like this. Okay, so it will rotate this stick will rotate. That means this line integral a dot dl throughout the closed path per area represent the curl of this vector. Okay, curl of this vector. So that is sigma k is equal to 1 to n, that is curl a, not a, we have selected this as f, right? So here all we can write as f. Okay, so here it is f, force field we can taken as f. Okay, sigma k is equal to 1 to n del cross f dot ds. Okay, what is sigma k is equal to 1 to n? That is here surface, so surface integral. Okay, so that is surface integral del cross a dot ds. So we have proved, we started with line integral, we ended with surface integral. That means we verified Stokes theorem. Okay, so this is all about divergence theorem and Stokes theorem, and in the next session we will do problems. Okay, thank you.